What's up, guys? Welcome back. So it's July 27th, and just this morning Toyota released the latest teaser on the 2022 Toyota Tundra, and it happens to be more on the interior of this truck. So one of our last videos we talked about the exterior. Today we're going to cover the interior, some of the things that they've already released that I absolutely love, and of course what they released today. I'm not going to lie to you guys, I am more excited about the interior of this truck than I am the exterior. I really think Toyota stepped up their game with this next gen. I don't think they had a choice, to be honest, but I think they're from what we can see and what we have seen, they've done an awesome job so far. So let's cover what they released this morning, and then we'll go back and circle around and talk about what we've already known from the previous leaks and releases that they've made over the last few weeks. All right, before we do anything, let me play the 12-second clip on your screen that Toyota released just this morning. Some of you may have already seen it, but if you haven't, check this out, and then we'll talk about the details. All right, so as you guys can see in that video, they gave us a little bit more of a teaser on the interior of this truck. So let's talk about it. Before we go any further, if you guys are new to the channel, please make sure you're subscribed and turn on that notification bell so you get updated anytime I post new content. We'll be following the release of this truck, of course, very closely on top of all the other videos that we put out there. So let's jump into this. First thing we see, red leather seats. Now, if you guys told me before I saw this video it was gonna have red leather seats, I'm not gonna lie to you, I probably wouldn't be too excited about it. But after seeing them, I absolutely love them. I love the way they look. I like the way the TRD Pro embroidered area looks on the truck. To me, it just looks awesome. The one other thing that I've noticed about the seats are they're perforated. Now, what does that tell us? It's most likely gonna mean that they're gonna be not only heated seats, which of course we know they're gonna be heated, but they're probably gonna be cooled or ventilated seats as well. Like my 2020 Platinum has ventilated seats. It's a nice little feature to have. It's nothing mind-blowing, but on a warm or a hot day, it does make a little bit of a difference to try to keep you cool. So it's pretty cool that they're adding that to the TRD Pro on the next gen, because right now the current TRD Pros don't offer that. It's only the Platinum, and I believe the 1794 has it as well. So that's the seats that they show us. I actually love them. I think they look really good. I can't wait to see this truck in its entirety. The next thing that they showed us in the video from this morning is if you look, you see a little knob or a selector or whatever you want to call it. It's basically a mode selection, and what it is, you can see it has up in the top left, it has just the normal drive mode. Below that is your MTS, and that stands for, I believe it stands for multi-terrain selection. It's basically like mud, snow, that kind of thing. To the right of that is the biggest one that I can see. It's the crawl mode. In my opinion, if you guys follow the channel, you know I don't do a whole lot of heavy off-roading. You know, the off-roading for me is minimal, but I think the Tundra should have had this all along, honestly, in every gen for that matter. But for the off-roading people, guys and girls who love to off-road with their trucks, with their Tundras, this is going to be a biggie. I'm definitely glad that they're adding it. Now, is it going to be a TRD Pro only option, or is it going to be in all the trims? That we're going to have to wait and see. I think it'll be in at least the higher trims. I won't be surprised if it's in all of the trims either. We'll have to wait and see what happens there. But it's obviously going to be in the TRD Pros, which is a big deal. And then of course you have the fourth selection above the crawl mode. The other thing you can see in the video is whatever mode you're in the crawl mode in the video, it lights up on your console behind your steering wheel. So you know, you can see right there on your digital dash that you know you're in whatever mode you're in. Okay, the last thing that they showed us in this video is the wireless charger. Now, a couple things that I noticed about this wireless charger right off the bat that I love. A lot of us have added the wireless charger for our trucks that goes in our current Tundras. They go right in the middle console. You know where I'm talking about. If you don't have one, you probably have seen them. I'm not a big fan of it, to be honest with you. Since I installed it in the 2020 Platinum, I loved it at first, but I found myself not really using it all that much. My wife and daughter use it more than I do, and the reason being, I don't really like having my phone off to the side of me down here laying flat while I'm driving. You know, I don't really want to take my eyes off the road. You know, it's not that I use my phone all that much while I'm driving anyway, but if I had to look at it real quick, I don't like the fact that it's down here, you know, in between the two front seats. It's just not a good location in my opinion. So when I saw this one on the next gen, to me, it looks pretty cool. We didn't get a great look at the location, but it looks like it's going to be somewhere around the shifter, somewhere around the middle area. So, but the biggest thing I noticed was the angle. I love the fact that they have it kind of angled where if you're in the driver's seat, or the passenger seat for that matter, and you look down, it's kind of staring you right in the face. It's not laying flat. They have it at a nice angle. So I'm really hoping that this feature comes on all of the trims for sure. Again, we don't know what's going to be specific to the TRD Pro or not. I hope that is at least on all of the trims. I think it will be. I think it should be. But again, we'll have to wait and see. Time will tell when this truck is totally released. And speaking of that, on this part of the video where they show us the wireless charger, this kind of caught my attention, and it's all over social media as well already. But I think Toyota may have given us a little hint as to when this truck is actually going to be released. Now, we could be overthinking this. We could be blowing this way out of proportion. It might mean absolutely nothing. But if you look at the time on the phone of this part of the video, it's 9:19. That's kind of random to me. And the fact that they don't zoom in on the time, but they make sure they show that phone really good. And 9/19, September 19th, is less than 2 months away. You know, again, we could be blowing this way out of proportion and overthinking it, but I don't know. To me, that just seems kind of coincidental, and maybe Toyota gave us a little bit of a hint there as to when they're going to be releasing this truck, full release, you know, for all of us to see. And, you know, they're going to be up for sale this fall, so September 19th wouldn't be a bad guess as to, you know, as to when they're going to release it. All right, so that's basically what they have shown us today. Let's talk about real quick what they've shown us with the past teasers about the interior of the truck that we haven't really talked about on this channel yet. Two different things that I want to mention real quick. Actually, three things, but two big things. The first one is my absolute favorite part of this truck so far, the panoramic moonroof. When I saw that teaser, I absolutely love that moonroof. I like moonroofs or sunroofs in general. I used to have convertibles actually before I swapped over to trucks and Tundras. This is my third Tundra that I have now, the 20 Platinum that we have out there. But I love moonroofs, sunroofs, whatever. When I saw this panoramic moonroof, I fell in love with it. I absolutely love it. It's huge. I think it's going to look awesome on the Tundra. So that is a huge plus in my eyes. That honestly changed my opinion about this truck a little bit. You know, if you watch my other video on the exterior, I wasn't really in love with this truck when I first saw it. It's kind of growing on me, but I wasn't a huge fan of it when I first saw it, to be honest. The exterior anyway. But this moonroof, man, it's changing things. I absolutely love it. The other thing about the moonroof is if you look on the sides of it, you can see they look like speakers. And now there's a lot of speculation out there. Is it going to be part of the audio system? You know, is the audio system going to be JBL or not JBL? Who knows? But they look like speakers. And the other thing is people are speculating, is it going to be part of the Bluetooth system to go with the wireless Apple CarPlay that'll be on this truck? We don't know for sure. If I had to guess just looking at it, I think they're going to be, those speakers are part of the audio system. And it looks like there may be a little Bluetooth speaker there on the driver's side. But again, we don't know for sure. It's just kind of speculation and what we're thinking at this point. You know, until Toyota releases this stuff for sure, it's basically all speculation, and we're just going on these little tidbits that Toyota's given us. So the other biggie on the interior of the truck, which, I mean, I guess you could say this is interior or exterior, the rear window goes down. Thank God. Thank you, Toyota, for listening to us. I know you double cab guys like to pick on us. I was a double cab guy at one point. My first two Tundras were actually a double cab, and I never thought this was a big deal. I always thought, like, you know, who cares? It's not a big deal. Until I bought my 2020 Platinum. That rear window going down, that is the first thing I do when I get in my truck. If it's not 30 degrees and snowing or pouring down rain, that rear window is most likely down in my truck. I love having that window down. You get such a nice breeze coming through that thing. I'll roll that window down, open up the moonroof, and a lot of times I won't even open the other four windows. It actually helps keep the noise down in the truck. If you're on the phone or something, you can have that rear window down, and you know, you can still talk on the Bluetooth without a problem. I just absolutely love it. So thank you, Toyota, for listening to us and not getting rid of that. You know, again, you double cab guys can pick on us all you want, but I'm telling you, once you have one, it's hard not to love that thing. So thank God we're still going to have that feature. So that's really all we kind of know about, you know, this truck so far. You know, we've seen a couple other little teasers about the interior. You know, the screen, the infotainment screen. It's rumored, it's pure speculation at this point, but it's rumored to possibly have up to a 12-inch screen. I've heard maybe bigger than 12 on the higher models, the TRD Pros, Platinums. I don't think they'll go bigger than 12, to be honest. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll have to wait and see. The lower models or the lower trims, they may get an 8-inch screen. Again, this is all speculation. We don't know for sure yet. But you know, they came out with that little picture where they show the top of the infotainment screen, and it looks like it's a pretty good size. I personally think I'm gonna like it. We'll have to wait and see for sure. And then the steering wheel itself, you can see in the image, number one, actually, before I get to the steering wheel, they brought back the driver's side grab handle for us. So that's a pretty big plus as well, because I know a lot of us put that in the truck, which I don't know why they ever took that out of there. But then on the steering wheel, it looks like it has a red stripe. That's probably a TRD Pro thing as well. Again, we'll have to wait and see. So just kind of gives it a little bit of a sportier look, but I'm pretty excited. I mean, I'm literally, I've said it before, I'm more excited about the interior of this truck than I am the exterior. I cannot wait to see this thing in its entirety. So let me know what you guys think. Comment down below. Tell me what you like, what you don't like. What are your plans for the next gen? I haven't really announced my plans just yet on the next gen. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm not 100% sure what I'm gonna do yet. So I'm gonna hold off on that. I'll let you guys know in the very near future. We're getting one for sure. I'm just not sure when we're getting one. I haven't really made my mind up yet. So I'll keep you guys posted. Of course, when we get one, we'll be building it just like we did to this 20 Platinum. So make sure you follow along, stay tuned for that. You know, we'll be tearing the next gen apart just like we did with this one, and I'll show you guys every step along the way. Let me know down below, what do you think about this next gen and everything we've seen so far? So comment down below, love hearing from you, and yeah, stay tuned. I'll be letting you guys, every time new information comes out, I'll be jumping on here for you and announcing it just in case you don't see it anywhere else. But yeah, let me know what you think. We will catch you on the next video. Take care.